You are watching NME.com. I'm Mark Beaumont. We are here at Reading Festival with Luke Pritchard of the Kooks. How you doing,
Mark?
Luke?
Great to see you, man. I can't really hear you because it's like the Post Malone subs are kicking in, you know?
Well, just answer the questions you're imagining I'm asking you.
Okay.
They're probably a lot more interesting than the ones
I'll try.
I'm actually going to ask. So yeah, Reading Festival, good to be back.
It's very good to be back, yeah. It's a good one. I think we've only ever played the tent, which does kick off. So if we can get like that kind of spirit, but on the main stage, that would be great.
And you must have some fond memories of the place as a punter or a.
I've not been as a punter, but I did get like basically booted off the stage on our first show here. Well, I went into the crowd. It was Leeds, and we would we were players when like Naive had just come out, and we were quite low in the bill, but we had this massive crowd, and then I basically went into the audience, and the bouncer wouldn't let me back on stage because he was like, obviously I was just like another dude, as you would think, and then so I had to go into the crowd. So I spent like half the set just hanging out. The guys were playing, and I was just making my way back out the tent and round. But I took a good 10 minutes and enjoyed the festival.
Did you have like a real during the middle of the set? You stopped off for a burger.
Pretty much. Beer and a burger. You can do that in 10 minutes, man.
I had something similar when I thought it'd be funny to queue up to get my arm signed by Blink 182. I'd interviewed them so many times, I'll just go, "Hey, Mark, it's you." And of course, no, they just chucked me out of the tent. Just go, "Here's another punter." And just
no!
Yeah,
No!
I had to find my way back. That's my Reading things. Now, new album, imminent.
New album, yes. You've heard it.
I've heard it. I think it's fantastic.
Thank you.
Proper return to form, quite experimental. What's that about?
I mean, I think it's like a back to basics in some ways. I mean, it's experimental. I don't really know what that even means. I think it's just like for me, it was just like the songwriting really. I focused heavily on making sure every song had a message. I think it really has like every song kind of has this kind of slight moral message, and it has a point. And there's a lot of playfulness that I like that I haven't done since the first album, where I was like making up stories a bit more. It's quite free record like that. So, but with it just being pretty. Although there's layers and textures, it's a guitar record. It's like it's pretty meat and veg.
It's kind of I say experimental because there's surprising bits on it. It starts off sounding like a Kooks record, and it sort of goes off and sprawls off into all these different directions. That seems like you're sort of trying your hand at anything again.
Yeah, we're quite eclectic. Yeah, I mean you're right. There are some moments. I mean, it was just really free and not too much mad pressure on it, and just I think that's what you get from it. It's an upbeat record, and I think it's a depth to it that maybe I as a writer haven't felt. I've kind of gone there for a minute, and so it's exciting. Yeah,
and it's quite interesting that you kind of it's not as pop as the last stuff.
No.
So I mean there's kind of been a bit of a minor pop invasion to Reading and Leeds. How do you feel about that as someone that's been there?
I mean, I thought it was quite cool, being between Post Malone, Wombats, and Travis Scott. I think it's quite interesting. I don't know what it says about festivals in general, because I guess generally festivals were not really for hip-hop or pop artists necessarily. I think it's probably good that they're more inclusive. I think it's a good thing. But for us, I guess being a band, maybe it just means less competition.
But it's interesting, you've like I say, you've been there and come back. But why not do such pop stuff this time?
Oh, like the last album. It's so funny because I just think that everything I do is kind of. I always have a kind of slight pop edge on my songwriting, but this one, I don't know. It just felt like we felt like doing something a bit, maybe just a bit more grounded and a bit more woody, and it's it's all recorded in a room, and that's where our heads were at. I like the chemistry of being in a band. I like the fact that we were riffing off each other. Whereas when you're using computers, you do you get these sweet tones, and you're like pushing for like stuff to be really bright and sparkly. I don't know. I'm kind of like meandering here.
Well, talking meandering, what's the rest of your summer got in store?
Festivals and partying probably. Yeah, I'm gonna have fun summer.
Where's the partying? Where can we find you?
Just all over, mate. I'm like a party animal. Just like that's all I do. No, it's gonna be good. We're dropping the album at the end of the month, so that's gonna be a big one. And then you know, we'll take a breather. I'm gonna go. Probably go away for a bit, and
I mean, last time round there was a Wembley show. Is this going to be even bigger?
We haven't announced any UK dates yet, but we're going to do something early next year.
Okay, brilliant.
But we haven't announced, and we got like Australia at the end of the year, and yeah.
Fantastic, Luke. Thank you very much.
Thanks, man. Thank you.